Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And Shalom to you sincere brethren out there pushing this word, man. I haven't really got anything too much prepared, but Spirit was on me to do this video on First Peter's the 5th chapter, and reason being is because it's one of my favorite chapters. I try and read it, as much as I can. I'll go over it, maybe, once a week or something. I'll try and Lord willing do that. And it's a good video. It's a good chapter for brethren such as myself who are, still new to the faith. Whether it be you just come in or you've been in it for 2-3 years, 4 years, whatever have you, 5 years, whatever, man. But men that are still growing and still understanding certain things, and we all are, but we're all growing and understanding. But just it's a very good chapter that hits a certain basic points home of how to conduct yourself in this truth in certain things, and it can't just be summarized in one chapter. Okay, there's truth, but it's a good foundation chapter, and it's in Peter's, and Apostle Peter was the head of the church, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into it. All right, but what I'll do is I'll read it from the top, but from the top really is talking that's really addressed to the elders, in the churches. But I'll read it from the top just to get the context of it, and then talk on it, man. Just talk on my experiences, and hopefully that'll be edifying to the church, to brothers such as myself, man. This is First Peter chapter 5 from the top. The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Yahweh Shai, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint but willingly, not for filthy lucre but of a ready mind, neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And the only thing I want to say on that part is that our apostles and the elders within Great Millstone, the heads, they show these characteristics, man, and and that's how we know that those men have been set up by Yahweh Shai to be shepherds over the flock, unlike some groups such as the IUIC and so on and so forth, where it's not so much the same. But that's how we know that Great Millstone is in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man, and the prophets, man. Okay, the prophets of the Lord. So yeah, this is the point of the video here from verse 5 onwards. Right. So likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Right. So that's the first point. It says in the scriptures to wear out the steps. You want to always, as much as you can be, you want to be around the elders within your camp. And that's because not only are they going to teach you things that you need to know, okay, because you can read all the scriptures you want, but to really gain understanding, you have to go through experiences and hear experiences and hear the understanding on things. Okay, wisdom is the principal thing, but with all that get understanding. Now, the elders in your church, the reason why they're elders is because they've been set up that way because they've gone through things, man. Okay, they have a certain level of understanding, and like I said, you can know all these scriptures and breakdowns that you can get, you can learn them, but there's certain things that you can't learn unless you go through it, or you pay attention to what the men that have gone through it advise you or tell you about it. So it says submit yourselves unto the elder, and a part of submitting is to follow order, and order is very important in this thing, man. Okay, in the world you had that sense of what you believe to be freedom, where you could have been a rebel in a sense. You could have not answered to anyone or whatever if you really thought you wanted to. I mean, we all answer to Yahweh Shai. Okay, you had the illusion of doing that, but you know, in this truth, you got to put away that old man, okay, that rebellious spirit, that nigger that's within you. You got to put that away, man. And, you know, you got to become an Israelite. And within Israel, there's always been order, man. You know, there's always been the prophets, the kings, so on and so forth. And everyone's had a rank and an order through the spirit, man. So you have to submit yourselves to the elders, man. Okay? Because they're looking out for your soul, you know. And they're more experienced in this thing than you, man. So it would be pertinent to your salvation to pay attention to what they've got to say. It says, yea, all of you be subject one to another, okay, you know, serving your brethren, you know, just as Yahushua cleaned the feet of his disciples, showing great humility, okay, then the same way we have to serve each other, man, okay, we got to look out for each other, look out for, you know, us brethren, you know. I'm just going to pause the video 1 sec. Someone's at the door, brother's at the door, and we'll continue. Yeah, shalom. Just continuing in the video, we have to pause it. I'm here with Razan Muff from the London camp. Brother, you just turn up, man. And, you know, it's important to, that's another thing that's part of this truth, which that's what I was going into. I was talking about, as a younger man, things that you got to look out for in the truth. And one thing is unity, brothers coming together and, you know, doing things, man, doing edifying, you know, reasoning, going through experiences. And one thing I was thinking about today, actually, is the fact that, you know, the Apostle Ha made a decree, you know, you got to do your group vid and you got to do your 3 individual vids. Now, it's normally that's what I do. We will do that, but Spirit had it where me and this brother we got the same working patterns, and you know, it's been a heavy week, and we hadn't had a chance to really go in and do our videos, but Lord had it where we were both off today, you know. So we thought, you know what, let's get together, man, and you know, let's edify the church together, man. Yeah. You know. So I'm just gonna continue in this, and you know, so yeah, yea, all of you be subject one to another, right? And being subject to one to another, that means, you know, whether you've got to be there for your brethren, give alms, whether you've got to rebuke that a demon of that of your brethren, okay, basically serving one another, man, because that's what this is really about. This is about serving one another, just same way that Yahushua, being the head of the, you know, being our head, our Lord, he still cleaned the disciples' feet, man. Okay, he still showed them service, man. You know, and that is a great part of humility, which is what it's going to talk about next. And it says, and be clothed with humility, for God resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. And that's another thing. See, Scripture says knowledge puffeth up. Okay, so the more that you might learn certain breakdowns, and then all of a sudden, you know, especially men that are new into this thing, they learn certain breakdowns, hear certain deep things. Now all of a sudden, you know, they think they're great. You know, like they've got some kind of great wisdom or understanding. Well, you know, what you've been given for a purpose, man, to teach it onto others, man. Okay, not so you can be high-minded. That's why it says knowledge puffeth up, man. But it also says, the greater thou art, the more thou humble thyself. Yo, you just gonna get that?
Oh, yeah, I can get it.
Oh, okay. I thought you had the precept. I already quoted it. It's fine. You got anything else? And so yeah, man, it's important to always be humble, man, with whatever you've been given, because it's not of your own. That's how about Shemiah Shais, man.
Because it's the Lord that gives the increase, man. You know, you can try eat a lot, you can try get to, you know, to a high level, quote unquote, real quick, but really it's the Lord that gives you the increase to get on a high level, man. You know.
That's right.
Because the Lord gives and the Lord takes away, man. You have what do you call it? You have the story of Job. Right, it's basically talking to his own man. It's like, show you the Lord had given, now the Lord had taken away, man. You know, and that's just what it is. Right, it says 1 Corinthians 3, read verse 7. So then neither is it he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High giveth the increase. Right? I was saying, you know, you can go into certain things, but if the Lord ain't giving the increase to grow on that level, to go into certain, you know, to get to a certain place, then you ain't gonna get that, because that's not what's been allotted to you. That's not your your lot for that time.
So the next verse it says, "Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time." And the more time you spend in this, the more experiences you go through. Okay, well, if it, like the brother said, if it's been allotted to you, the Lord's going to give you a certain increase. Then you're going to get to a certain understanding anyway. But the whole point of it is, no matter where you're at, whoever you are, you gotta always be humble, man. And it's very easy to fall into that trap of being proud. And that is one key thing that brothers need to watch out for. This video really is for younger brothers such as ourselves. They need to watch out for, man, because pride will be your downfall, man. Okay.
Proverbs 6:16 says, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look." Right, that was the first thing that was listed, a proud look, man. His brothers going into the Lord hates pride. You read scripture say pride was not made for man, right? Because ultimately, what have we done apart from what the Lord has said we can do? People will be moving proud. Oh, I did, this and that. Was read the Most High that gave you that inspiration, right? To get in and to make something or to do something. Right? Anyone of you that have ever done anything creative, right? Now, I know we both used to make music. You be doing what you're doing, and out of nowhere, the Spirit will just have you do something, random. And it's like, oh shit, that sounds bad, right? But that was the Spirit. Why? Because the Most, Timran can't go around saying I'm the best producer in the world. Yes, right? But really, who made him such?
Inspiration.
Yeah,
that's what it goes to, man.
Let me look that word. Let me get.
Yeah, you might as well get that. Inspiration, man. That's given from the Most High, man.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go into the word. It should go to spirit. I looked up before.
Right, is inspiration a noun, circa 1300s, immediate influence of God or a God. Well, really, immediate influence of God. Right, especially that under which the holy books were written. Right, because the scripture's talking about that. It says the scripture was given by inspiration of the Most High. In fact, let me find that as well.
I can get that as well. Okay.
2 Timothy 3:16.
16. Inspired by God, as in inspired by the Most High.
Yeah, the word inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just read it real quick. 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
That's right, man. And that's what it is, So, at the end of the day, whatever you've been given, you've been inspired by the Most High. It's not your words anyway. Okay, so there's nothing to be proud about. The Lord called Jacob. He said, "Jacob, my worm." Have you ever seen a worm, man? A worm just, moving around. It's got a job, it's got a thing to do. But
worms are important.
Yeah, worms are important, man. Okay, they
help aerate
they fill out the ground, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, aerate the soil.
That's right, man. So, hey, we've got a purpose. We've got a thing to do. Don't be proud, man. You're just a worm.
Yeah.
So, this verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Now, the Yahweh Shmi Shai cares for his elect, man. Okay, and we will go out in the highways and byways. We push as we go. And we stay steadfast in this faith to make our calling and election sure. And so you got to trust in the Most High. You got to trust in Yahweh Shmi Shai that He's got you, man. And one way of doing that, one way of putting your cares upon Him. Now I looked at the word cares, and it was talking about like your anxieties, your care, anxiety. So one way to do that is basically the things that you go through and the things that you hope for is to pray. And prayer is very important. It's truth, man. That's another thing that you've got to be wary of, man. If you ain't feel like you ain't praying enough, you got to pray more. If you got to pray more, Lord, give me a tongue of prayer. That's something you've got to do. You got to look into the Hebrew. Get those prayers. If you don't know prayer, ask a brother who does know. He'll give you some prayers.
And the thing is, the prayers you read in Matthew 6 chapter. Praying isn't this whole spiritual trying, because the Hebrew is a simple language. It's not like, Lord, what you call it, give me strength.
Yep.
This, that, and the other. But you look at how these these churches pray, man. So man, you have family. I don't know if it was the same view, but growing up in a quote unquote African family full of Christians, right, quote unquote, right, man. Anyone prays, man, you say, nah, let's kneel. Then you all having to change position because you've been kneeling for so long. Your legs all in pain and shit. Then you're like, I ain't kneeling anymore. I'm gonna sit on my side and all of that stuff. Cause talk. Yeah. Prayer doesn't have to be that, man.
Yeah. Can't. Straight to the point, man. That's the most I wants that, man. Just say what it is. Be, you know. Hey, that's right, man. You're right on that. You know. Hey, so prayer is very important in this truth, man. Okay. Without prayer, see, what you're gonna realize is that prayer is actually a direct connection between you and the Most High, man. The Creator of all creation, the highest on high. You know. That is, and the Lord hears you, man. And that is a gift. That is an amazing thing, man. You know. See, people in the world think that the Lord's hearing their prayers. They're praying to Satan, man. Okay? But we're praying to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. He's given us his name to pray to him, man, to ask him of things, man. You know? And he cares for us, man. Okay?
It's just what I quoted Matthew 6 and 7. But when you pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do. Right? Man, growing up in a church, oh, Father, Lord God, this, that, and the other. And they'll repeat the same thing like 3 times. I know your grace is good. This, that, and the other, always repeating, which is that's not incorrect. Grace of the Lord is good, right? But and it goes on to say, right? For they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. They think that the longer the prayer is, you know, the more holy they will see. Right, but look at the Lord's prayer. Lord's prayer is simple, man. It's a couple say it just touches everything, man.
Yeah, it covers pretty much everything, man. You know, so that's how you cast your cares upon it, man. Okay, have faith and pray, man. Okay. Now the next scripture says, be sober, be vigilant, right? And in a sense, that means to be turned on. Stay in the spirit, pray to be in the spirit, read the scriptures. You know, get together with brethren.
Have your wits about you.
Have your wits about you. Be circumspect. That means basically be alert, man. Because it's so easy to fall into the snare. That's it. It's easy to fall into that. That's what Satan wants, man.
Because what you call it, Esau's philosophies are referred to as wine. It's easy to get drunk of Esau's philosophy, man.
That's right, man. And it's easy when you're in a situation where you might be at work or you might be here and there, or whatever, and you just get into that. You might be surrounded by Jake, so all of a sudden you might think you're starting to get comfortable, man. You might say certain things, whatever. You don't want to do that, man. You always got to remember, look, you're in this truth, you know, and they're in the world.
You're surrounded by enemies.
You're surrounded by enemies, man. At any moment, I can switch and I can change around on you, man.
Yeah, they can change into an Agent Smith, man.
That's right. So you got to keep your wits about you, because they go on and say, because your adversary, the devil, right? Because hey, the demon can jump on anyone, man. Hey, the demon jumped on Apostle Peter, who this chapter is from. Okay. And what did Yahushua do? He turned around and rebuked that demon of Apostle Peter, man. Okay. And Yahushua was ready. You know.
If I can say anything, brothers will witness that, man. One day, right, for a couple of days, it's that woman that's been an absolute demon. Right, just being a straight out demon. But then that demon jumps off of her and you think, oh yeah, she's cool now. Right, it's the weekend, you know, demon jumps off of her on the Friday evening, right? And you go back to work on Monday, hey, my missus has been on point this couple of last days. Now that demon's on your boss. Now your boss is giving you hell, right? Then that demon will fuck off, and then now you got ailments and shit. You know, them demons just be hopscotch, man.
Correct. It says, you mentioned Agent Smith. That's what the agents used to do in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Man. They jump in and beat anyone, man. Yeah. You know? And they've always got to be alert. And that's what Morpheus, it's good that you bang that up, because that's what Morpheus said to Neo, man. Yeah. He said Neo was the lady in the red dress, right? You know, representing the woman, you know? And then all of a sudden, boom, he turned around again, and it was an agent, man, with a gun pointing at his head, man.
Was he listening to me, or was he looking to the woman in the red dress?
That's right. So are you being vigilant? Are you staying in this thing, or are you getting distracted into the cares of the world, that drunk stupor? That's not where you want to be, and it's very easy to fall into that, man. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So Satan's always he's to take you out, man.
Yeah.
So you got to be. Hey, what did Yahushua say to Apostle Peter? He said, Satan has desired to sift thee.
Yeah.
But I pray for you that your faith doesn't fail,
Yeah.
and then now that you've been strengthened, go and strengthen your brethren.
That's right.
Okay. And Apostle Peter wrote this through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
So he's part of strengthening the brethren.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, finish.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it says seeking whom he may devour. So what does that mean? What do you envision when you see that? Seeking whom he may devour, right? Let's say you're going to do something and you're seeking who you can make joke with. Right, so you go to one person, you try and make a joke, nah, it's ain't gonna work. You go to another person, it's gonna work. When you find someone you can bust joke with, you stay there. Right. Now imagine that's Satan. Fuck this. Go to the next guy. I'm fucking with this guy. Yeah, no, cool. Right. When he finds a guy he can fuck with, like, yeah, cool. We're gonna have a blast. Right? Which is why he said you're always gonna be vigilant. So that when you do see Satan coming around trying to be pally with you, like, nah, Satan, fuck off, man.
Yeah, you got to come with the scriptures, man. And that's what in Matthew 4, that's what the Lord did, man. Okay. And then it said, what did it say? It says Satan left him. The tempter left him for a season. That was Satan. Left him for a little season, man. But the tempter, the Most High has set up Satan to do a job, man. And Satan ain't gonna go against the word of the Most High, as these Christians think that he does. Okay, he's under subjection to the Most High, man. Okay, and he loves doing his job, man. He loves to go around and try and what's the word now I'm looking for? To basically fuck you up, man. Okay, but you gotta be in what? You gotta be vigilant. You gotta be praying, and you gotta be really subjecting yourself to the Yahweh Shai, because the Lord is gonna put a hedge around you. He's the one that's gonna protect you. You know.
Psalm 34:7 says, "The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him."
That's right.
Deliverance.
Hey, that's the hedge, man. Hey, imagine that, man. You gotta visualize this, man. You right now in this room, man. We got angels here, man. Okay. And there's demons trying to cut in, and angels fighting the battles, and that's the hedge, man. And only if the Most High to test you commands one of the angels, look, okay, the demon's gonna come in now and tempt him. Okay, tempt him to prove my servant. Okay, just as he did in Job, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and spiritually, the man Job existed, right? But right now, in this time, we are spiritually the elect of the Most High. Okay, we're Job, man. We're being tested.
And then what happened to Job? Job lost everything, man. But we've lost, man.
Yeah.
We've lost several things in this life, but just like Job, Job's latter end was better than his beginning.
That's right.
And same with us. Our latter end is going to be all we had to do was what his kids died, he lost wives, lost friends, this and that. But his latter end was cool, man. He had children for days. He had riches for days, man. Just like us. Matthew 19:27. Peter, Spirit once again. Peter asked Yahushua, look, man, we've been following you. We've been following you. What we gonna get in return, man? And the Lord was like, look, man, every one of you that is giving up X, Y, Z, you receive 100-fold in the kingdom.
That's right, man. So, verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the God of all grace, who have called us unto his eternal glory by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. And that's what this thing is, man. Hey, I'm just going to read this last verse. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Okay, so, hey, it's the Lord that's going to make you grow in this thing and establish you. But these are some key guidelines, things that you can watch out for. And ultimately, the biggest enemy you've got in this truth is yourself. Okay?
Yeah, that doubt demon, for one.
I was talking to one guy. He's kind of like learning about the truth. Okay? And we talked to him for a while and stuff. He's come out to the camp a couple of times, whatever. Right? He's watching the videos and so on and so forth. And I said to him, through the Spirit, the other day, I said to him, look, man, I ain't going to always be here, man, to tell you, look, you could do it this way or do that way. I ain't always going to be here. You got to work out your own salvation with trembling and fear. Okay? If you ain't come to camp or whatever, I got into him once. I ain't gonna get onto you again and again and again. Blood's off my hands, man. I've told you what it is, man. Now you know what it is. You've been given the understanding. So then you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Okay? This ain't a thing about babysitting and holding your hand. Okay? It's about you and the Most High, man, and His Son, man.
I mean, how far will the truth have got if everyone's babies? The apostles had one guy who just wasn't getting it, and was like, "Look, man, we ain't gonna go camp this week. We're just gonna make sure this guy gets it." Yeah, then that guy gets it. Then another guy. Okay, no, cool. We're just gonna make sure. That means this world wouldn't go out, bro. But that's why everything is written and recorded on the YouTube, man. Hey, you go on Great Millstone _2. I don't know if it's still up to date, but you got videos from way back when, all uploaded, all there, just waiting to sift through, man.
This thing ain't about relying on someone else for your salvation. You got to rely on Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. Yeah. Because hey, what you had Elijah flew to the mountains, man. Okay, and that is the great prophet, man. Okay, the great prophet. Elijah flew to the mountains, and the Lord said, "What, man?" He was ready to perish, and the Lord said, "Nah, man. I've preserved 7,000 that not bend their knee, man, to Baal, man." Yeah. Okay, that's representation of the elect. So that means that this truth, we are going to be saved, man. These words are true, man. Okay, you got to know that for yourself. When the apostles and elders bring something out, okay, you take it on faith, and you also go and check it out, man.
Yeah, because it's the Church of Berea.
Hey, the apostles always say that, man. So we go look it up, go look this word up, go do this. They're not just expecting to just say it. We're just gonna. Yeah. We gotta, because ultimately, this is between you and Yahweh Shai. Seek your own salvation, man. Okay, every man's got to do that. Everyone's got to do the work and show their due diligence to make the call and election sure.
It's especially with secular knowledge, things of the world, because we'll bring out certain stats and something. And hey, we're men, there's been videos I've done. Loads you have to go back. So actually, no, that wasn't technically correct. This, that, and the other, right? But so we're men. We make mistakes, right? You make a fact that wasn't technically accurate, or you got it from a source that wasn't, reputable in that. But also, like I said, with due diligence, go back and say, actually, had a look at that data was incorrect, right? But you as yourself, as an individual watching, you hear something, you have to then go and look that up, man. Because let's say you go into the world now, and then, you're saying, I'm a Hebrew, this, that, and the other. And then you give someone a fact that isn't a fact, and now they're looking at you like, well, I can't trust anything you say.
Oh, Spirit, you bang that up, man. Because I was going to say one more thing, right? As well, one thing that's very important is whatever you say, or whatever you're teaching, you gotta know.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't. If you've heard something and you're not sure about it, you ain't learned it fully, you don't understand it, don't teach it.
Yeah.
Teach the basics. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing wrong with. Hey, that's what they. If you notice, we go out on the highways and byways. We just teach the basics, man. Okay. The Lord was a so-called black man. The Lord came only to save Israel.
Yeah.
Okay. The elect of Israel. Who Israel are today. Okay. Who is Esau, our enemy? These are the basics. Okay. And these things are going to be what the wisdom, knowledge should be the what the stability of our times, man. Okay. Those are the things that are going to really. You got to be strengthening, man. That's your foundation.
Yep.
Okay. It's not about going all deep and knowing the sciences and all that and breaking it down. Brothers that have been given that lot, and you can do that and you can study that stuff, cool. But you got to be on what's pertinent to your salvation. Spend your time learning the foundation scriptures, the milk. Okay.
Yeah, if I can say as well, and that's like the Bible was saying, that's the reason why you got to be on point, because there will be people that will watch and that won't do the due diligence. You got to understand the way certain people that are coming up be looking at you when you do videos now. They'll be like, oh yeah, I know this brother. Basically, they're saying, I know that this brother knows what he's talking about in their head. Therefore, if you go up, what the scripture say, look, 11 of the whole lot. Bro, if you go up, brother's going to be saying, well, I know the brother knows what he's talking about, so that must be so.
God, that's why you got to be careful about what you say, man. As you grow in this thing, you got to be careful, because you are held responsible.
Yeah.
Okay, you are held responsible for what comes out of your mouth, man. Okay, so when you get asked something, if you're not sure, nothing wrong with just saying, look, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of winging it.
Don't wing it. If you're 99% sure, say I don't know. If you're 100% sure, then say yes and give the answer. Because if you're not steadfast, you're not 100% in what you're saying. then don't say it, man. Okay. That's the scriptures say we prophesy in part.
Yeah.
So what we know is 100% truth, man, and that's what we teach. Okay, the oracles of God, the principles, man. Okay, what we've been taught by our apostles and elders, man. You don't have to go outside of that.
Yeah.
Okay, and also in your everyday interactions with brethren and so on and so forth, you might be asked certain questions. Look, man, that could be a difference between life and death for you or for the brother, man. Okay, you gotta make sure that what you say, is right, man. We're men, we're gonna fuck up, you know. You ask for forgiveness and you try and correct it to the best of your ability, and you keep moving forward, man. You know. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No.
So I hope that's been edifying. Until next time, man. All praise to Yahweh Shai, Baal Shem Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders who rule well, and I shalom to the elect.